All right, I have to go and grab my water. You know, I gotta stay hydrated. I don't have a lot of time today. Like 20 minutes. But I figured I'd use them to come on here, answer some questions. Might have to be down tomorrow. 6.3 thousand dabs on the Pro. That is impressive. Momo, Pfizer gang. I don't really care. No, I'm not about what you said, but like, I put Moderna gang, but like, I really don't give a shit. I am so excited to have this fucking vaccine. Maybe I'll get some aches or whatever in the next day, but I can't wait. My travel schedule is about to be booked for like 3 months straight, from like going to New York to Oregon to Colorado to a fucking vacation finally after God knows how long. I'm just so eager not to get back to life. I really feel like there's no returning back. Like, shit's different now. It's going to stay different. But just to be able to go back out in the world and enjoy some time with my friends, geeking on it. So, you know, drinking my water. Be extra careful. Why do I do this? Every time I'm high, I definitely smoked a joint as soon as I got home. Every time I'm high, I sit there and use the hot knife as just a knife, I guess, or not a heated dabber. Hilarious. Maybe. Wouldn't that be great for the trolls to see my ass pass out after getting a vaccine and taking a dab? I mean, I hope it doesn't happen, but it won't be the first time I fainted, that's for sure. All right, let me answer some of these questions while I'm here. I don't know. Jazer, just so you know, if anyone ever brings up like other company names in the comments, I typically block them. I'm not really here to talk about other companies at all. So just a heads up. I've seen you in the comments. You're a nice dude, so no hard feelings at all. What does my day usually look like? Meetings, non-stop meetings on Zoom all day. But I typically wake up. I go to the gym. I guess this is probably what you're asking. I wake up, I go to my little garage gym. I blow my knee out. I have a protein shake, go and meditate. And then I start about 6 hours straight of meetings. And then I'll typically like do a live, have a catch up with Avi, dinner, endless hash hits. And then get the world's worst sleep and do it all again the next day. That's about how it goes. Harrison, I'm not tripping on them at all. I just think it's not even something that's an issue now. It's before Puffco was kind of had the weight it does now, people would always be comparing us to others. And it became a thing where it's like, I don't think of them. Why do I need to talk about them? Not even that brand, just other companies in general. We're trying to be better than past versions of ourselves. We don't really look outward for shit. So I hate having those combos. It's really why I promote not talking about others. All right. How do I manage meetings while consuming hash? So when Puffco was smaller, I would like go into the office, immediately take a hash hit, and then like every hour take a dab. And that would be like okay for me. And that was back when Puffco was like, I don't know, 30 people. You know, like I was able to do it up until that point. But then you start going into meetings and there's fucking 10 people in that meeting and they're all racing. Like they're trying to be in that meeting and go on to their next 5 meetings, but then also accomplish a bunch of shit. And you're sitting there laughing, taking longer than we would. So I actually don't consume cannabis typically until my lives. That's been my rule. So it's not that I can't function, it's that I need to be really streamlined and not wasting anybody's time or losing myself in thought. And that's what happens is like, I'll take a dab of hash and I will love being in the meeting. I love talking about the shit. I'm super into it, but everybody else is fucking speeding. So the secret is while you're small, if you have a high tolerance, it's not so bad. If you have time, it's not so bad. But when every second counts, no more smoking during the day. That's for weekends. Weekends, I wake up and I go and I grab my peak immediately. Siblings. I don't even know how to talk about it. I have 2 younger brothers. I was not a very good older brother until later on in life. I don't know. Siblings are like, if you're older, being an asshole to someone for no reason. If you're younger, admiring somebody for no reason. I guess, like, sounds very toxic, but that's most of, like, the relationships that I've seen. So growing up, weird to have 2 younger versions of yourself running around, and you always hate the younger version of yourself. So I think that's why I would have, you know, not issues, but like typical sibling fights. But now me and my brothers got great relationship, great conversation, so insightful. They're really into fitness. They're really into, like, I guess you call it spirituality, but like really a better understanding of self, of being present. Like, I have a dope relationship with my brothers. Never thought that would be the fucking case. Like, we beefed growing up. Will Budsy be released again as well? Absolutely. There's a lot of Budsies coming. Lots of Budsies coming. Thanks, PD Pablo. It was a nice shirt to wear to get vaccinated. It was cool. I got a Dr. Fauci shirt. It's just him blasted all over with a big American flag in the background. But that shit shrunk excessively. Like, yeah, I've gotten fatter, but like, it really shrunk. So my girl wore it. Well, will the hot knife drop again? A few weeks. It's all coming back. I'm at 560 now. People asking about temperature. I am hitting this at 560. That's the number. I got 13 minutes. I'm doing it right. All right, Pfizer gang. Okay, can we all agree at least we're not Johnson & Johnson? Again, I really don't even give a shit about it. My brothers got Johnson & Johnson, and that shit slapped them for a few days. Only 1 shot, though, so they've been living life for weeks. Whatever, who cares? Let's all get this shit and move on. Ugh. You guys are just cute at this point, arguing on Pfizer versus Moderna. We're all sheep in the eyes of an anti-vaxxer. My go-to temp is 560. That's how I'm getting these clouds. Apparently, 560. I've been hitting it on 560 for like 3 weeks now. I've been telling people 545, but I was wrong. I'm really enjoying it. I know a lot of people that were not affected by the second shot. I'm hoping I'm take a Tylenol right after I eat. Yeah. What do you say? I would have smacked the J&J in a heartbeat. You guys are hilarious. Can you dap off of the hot knife theoretically? Eli, we tried. Not really. Like, you can get in little bits of something, but like nothing that I think would even get you high at all. So, nope. But I tried that on live. I put some oil on a parchment. I got a straw. I heated it excessively 10, 15 times in a row. Didn't work. Didn't work. How mad at you at the people that aren't anti-vax but anti-COVID vax? I'm not mad at them. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I think to take a vaccine is more... You can be selfish and take a vaccine, right? You could just be like, I just want to make sure I don't die from this shit, and I'm getting it because I don't want to die and I just want to get back to living life. That is, I guess, selfish sort of reason. But it's the selflessness of it. So, like, that's why Joe Rogan's a fucking moron when he said a 21-year-old shouldn't get it, because a 20-year-old is running around all the places, seeing their grandparents. If they have the vaccine, they're less likely to get it. Immune from getting it? I don't think so. So, like, the people that are, like, anti-COVID vaccine, it's like, look at all the vaccines that have existed. The entire world, this has never happened before, entire world got together and was like, we're going to try to race all the things, all the regulation hurdles, all the things that typically slow us down. We're going to all coordinate in unison to make sure that we can deliver something as quickly as possible. So I'm just not worried. The smartest people I know, I've turned to what they said. The people who claim to be really smart and are anti-vax or anti-COVID vax, and like, but did you look at this? It's getting 2 polar opposites. You're like, oh my God, mRNA. And then I have some really smart people I know being like, that shit is a modern marvel of science. Like, it is going to do so much for the human race in the future. I mean, I trust the smartest people I know. The people that aren't, somebody sent me a message today being like, Bill Gates didn't take the shot, and neither did his kids. And I'm like, dog, send me one resource that this is true. And it has to be like a reputable publication. It can't be some guy on YouTube. So he sends me a fucking novel. And I'm like, bro, I'm not reading all that. Send me a link. And the link he sends me is some guy, you know, looking like he lives up on the mountain. Beard, crazy looking, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I look crazy, but my shit is at least cut down. And ranting about this shit. Again, you can't... If you guys provide me with science, it's like, this is why you should be nervous about this, or this is why this is so much different than any other vaccine. I'll check it out, but it doesn't make sense to me. So hold out until you're comfortable. Be the last one to get the vaccine, but know that, like, if everybody got it, COVID would not be a conversation in our lives in the future. And there are going to be more pandemics. That's going to happen. We're around for 20 more years. We're going to see more of this shit. So anyways, that's my perspective. You know I got that microchip, bud. I mean, if I'm being real, yo, could you imagine thinking that you're getting microchipped by a fucking, by a vaccine? And meanwhile, you go onto your phone that tracks everything you do. Fucking Instagram knows what you like more than you know what you like. Like, these things track everything. They are arguably making you the person you are. You're worried about a fucking vaccine having a chip? I mean, come on. This shit it's wild. Let's see. Let me start answering some of these. Just got a replacement atomizer and had days use out of it. Any reason for that? Terpenderp, if that doesn't make any sense, please hit up Puffco support. They'll be glad to look into it. Whatever. See how they can help or get your replacement if something is actually wrong. Do I think Elon owns a Puffco? That's a great question. Maybe. I never thought about that, but like maybe he doesn't own it, right? But like maybe he's hit one. That would be pretty chill. Love your peak for the last 4 years. How can we become a Puffco sales rep? So all of our jobs are on LinkedIn, Indeed. I think if you go to puffco.com/careers, a lot of them live there. That's where all the info is. How am I going to send Elon one? I mean, tag Elon a bunch of times. See if he notices. But like, how the fuck am I supposed to send Elon Musk a peek? Like, he's going to know what to do with it and the dab and everything else. I don't think it'll happen. But, you know, tag the homie. Tag Elon. Let's get him some fucking high quality hash. Will Puffco ever in the future look into making their own cannabis brand? I don't think so. One thing I regularly said is I think that there are people out there making great cannabis, and the only reason we would ever create our own brand, our own cannabis company, would be if there were so few good options in the market that in order to have good hash existing, we'd have to do it ourselves. That is a worst fucking case scenario. So my answer is kind of no, unless we have to. And right now it doesn't look like we have to. There's lots of good shit out there. Not in every market, but they're figuring it out. All right, is 560 the same on a Puffco glass than on other glass? You know, I'm actually not sure. It's a good question. I've only really used this and the travel glass. For this and the travel glass, it's about the same for me, but I haven't tried a lot of other stuff, so I just don't know. Sorry. How much time do I got? I got 5 minutes. Take one more dab. Next Buzzy drop should be within a couple weeks. We're getting close on that. By the end of the month, I would say. Any books I'm reading? Hey, babe, do you know where that book is? The white book that I had out? You might have put it back downstairs because I haven't read it in a couple weeks. The green and white one? No, just the white one. Think Again? Think Again. Thank you. Who's the author? Thank you so much. This is the book I wanted to recommend. It's called Think Again by Adam Grant. Think Again. It's backwards, but Adam Grant. This shit is fire. I had to put a couple things ahead of it. I got a birthday gift of the book Cat's Cradle, so I'm trying to get through it. It's like the easiest book to get through. I'm saying trying to get through because I got no fucking excuse. And I'm reading some light book on investing that I have to get through. But as soon as I'm done, I'm getting right back to this one. Really, really good book. Did Seth Rogen come out with a book? I didn't catch that. I don't know. Maybe. don't know, I don't know what I would get from it. What's in my bowl today? I'm smoking only Tricadelics today, prayers. Just Tricadelics, the 3 jars that I have. What motivated me in the start, honestly, the quick thing that I tell people is heading into 30 years old, you ask yourself a lot if you are what you thought you'd be. And I think the answer for almost everyone is no, unless you wanted to fucking be a firefighter and happen to be that. Like, for most people, that answer is I am not what the fuck I thought I was going to be at 30. And I had to kind of make a decision of like, do I go back to school? Do I like lean into having a life that I don't really want to hopefully get the happiness that it seems to bring others? Or do I just do whatever the fuck I want? And know that that may lead to risks of potentially never fitting in or never having money, just being broke forever. And so what motivated me in the start was to do it my way. That's it. I just didn't want to have the regular job so I can have the regular house with the 2.3 kids, and just didn't want any of that. Didn't want to be in finance. Just wanted to enjoy what I do every day of my life. And that's pretty fucking motivating when that's the goal. So that's what got me in the start. Do I personally use the charging dock? I do, Shane. I do. Sometimes I'll stop using it. And then eventually I'll realize like, this is fucking annoying. I hate going back and forth. But I go through it on and off. Probably more yes than no. But yeah, I definitely use it. Do I have a preference on turp pearls? Does Puffco make any? We don't make any. If I was going to use turp pearls, I would use the smallest ones. But join the Discord. People got opinions on turp pearls. Mine is I don't enjoy them. They spin shit out of my bowl, and I don't like it. I think my eye is like twitchy. Maybe it feels twitchy. Uh-oh. Moderna gang. Moderna, don't fail me now. Why do I keep doing this? I keep using my fucking heated dabber as a regular dabber. I never do this. And I just started fucking doing this. This is a bad habit. All right. Let me keep going. Let me pin the Discord. Please join it. We're definitely going to plan a date for me to get on there. I can't pin it. So let's be... I have to go in 2 minutes, so final call for questions. Let's see what I get to. Hot Knife, be back in stock by the end of the month, along with Budsy. And I don't know if the ball cap is sold out, but it is fucking close. I can't believe how many of those people got first day. Like, those were insanely impressive first day numbers. So just letting you know, if you are considering the ball cap, it will be sold out, and there will be more by the end of the month also, but it's pretty close. Pro Atomizers should be in stock. Jay, have I read Sapiens? Life-changing. Sapiens is the most important book I think any of you could read. It is crazy. You don't like reading? Download the audiobook. I listen to it in audiobook. Some books I read, some I listen to, depending on if the road trip is coming up or whatever. I listen to Sapiens. It has pushed me into being a little more vegan. I still eat fish and shrimp and some other shit, but like, it fucks you up to see what you are. Like, it fucks you up. The most important book any of you can read will give you insight that is unsettling about what we are as a species. My God, crazy. Must read. I'm doing 560 for about 52 seconds, I think. When are you going to be able to buy stocks? Hopefully never. You know what I need to do is buy some fucking stocks. Or crypto or some shit. I'm panicking. Everybody's fucking getting rich off Doge or whatever it's called. I'm sitting here doing nothing. That's about it for me. I got to go smoke more hash with the employees.